Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20. They'll start on the ground with Shipley. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be second down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Counting down toward the midway point in quarter one. To throw, Mayfield. That's caught. It's Josh Downs. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Hey, alert 33. Real. Point it right.
Now Mayfield. Holmes has got it complete. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. A good pickup there, a 22.
If your sympathies lie with the defense, you understand how tough it is for linebackers to run with a guy like this. He's going to slip out of the backfield and then work in the middle of the field. And sometimes those defenders get preoccupied with other people moving, and he finds open space and makes a nice play.
Mayfield. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38. You look at this Colt defense, and they've played well against the pass, currently ranked 7th in the NFL.
And I'm struggling a little bit trying to really categorize this crew. They're top 10 in the league against the pass, but the bottom half of the league in sacking the quarterback. That doesn't make sense. Imagine if this group ever put pressure on the QB, they'd easily move into the top 5.
They'll throw again. Here's Mayfield. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Part of what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
Well, they need to get to the 29 if they want to pick up a first here on 3rd down. Mayfield looks to throw. Pass to the sideline and pulled in. They'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. The Bills passing game getting them down the field. They've got another first down. Here's Mayfield running the option right. And he probably should have given that one off as he's going to get hit and taken down behind the line. Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets him back now for 2nd down. Throwing, Mayfield. Shakir hauls it in. And they'll get him down inside the red zone at the 14. It's also a gain of 14. First down.
What a drive. This has been just chewing up the yardage, and here's one of their best plays yet as they finally get down into the red zone and look to finish this off with 6.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Mayfield to throw it. Steps away to his left. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
And here you're down in the red zone. You need to be smart, not force anything. So that's a wise decision to just get rid of the football.
Now a 2nd and 10. Mayfield now. Eluding the pressure right. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. The Bills with the football as we start quarter number 2. As they go to work on a 1st and goal. Mayfield keeps it himself. And he takes it in across the chalk for a Bills touchdown. The sneak successful from a yard out. And the Bills are an extra point away from evening this one up.
And this is something right out of the Philadelphia playbook. They were successful running this with Jalen Hurts. But this is a copycat league, so if it works for them, everyone thinks it'll probably work for us. And here, it does.
Chad Ryland now to add the PAT. And oh, he missed it. No good. And they'll remain down by a point. Back out is the kicker, Ryland, and he'll send this one away. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. In the midst of, well, let's just say a not-so-rosy losing streak. They've got the open week, though, coming up next weekend, so you have to figure this to be a game that they dearly love to have.
Oh, indeed. They have to have this one because that's something positive to take with you when you go away for a few days, and it actually releases your mind. If they lose this one, that mind stays cluttered the entire time they're away, and they've got to scramble to get back in sync when they start playing again.
Shotgun now for Rodgers. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means he'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Inside.
Here's Rodgers to throw. Flush to his, and he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage as he's going to be taken down. Multiple players getting home for the 1-yard sack. 3rd and long, you knew that he was going to throw it. He just couldn't find anybody to throw it to.
Yeah, and it shouldn't have been a surprise, but that was perfect execution of their nickel defense. That 5th defensive back, the extra defender, he really tightened up things downfield in coverage, and they were able to get to him in the pocket.
He's going to launch this deep for Watson. And this is caught that they say out of bounds. It would have been a 1st down, but he couldn't stay in, and as a result, they're going to have to give up the football. In motion left goes a tight end. A run on 1st down with Shipley. And he is into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Will Shipley, his 2nd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Bills have taken the lead. This time, the extra point up and good. And that'll make this a 6-point game. So after the field goal, Ryland back out as he'll send this one away. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. Well, partner, fast forward with me for a second. Remember, next week they have the open week, so they're going to get some extended rest. Does that change how they manage the rest of this? This is intercepted. Inside the 20. And they will finally get him, but not until he's all the way down inside the 15-yard line. Unfortunately for him, if last week was any indication, we knew a pick was coming at some point. Last week it was interception after interception, and here we go again.
We actually quit counting last week at a certain point because I thought
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Will Shipley, his second touchdown of the game, his third on the year. And the Bills are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point by Ryland, up and good. And the lead now stands at 13. Ryland now following the touchdown, back out to kick it away. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. The Colts come to the line, ready to start their next drive. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember, last time out, they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
Throwing is Rodgers. And the Bills are going to get him as he goes down. Third down and 13. Throwing now is Rodgers. And that is incomplete.
Continued struggles here in the second quarter, and to me, you can pin a lot of them on an inability to convert third downs. Add that most recent incompletion to the list of examples.
Looks like the offense is going to take another shot here. They're going on 4th and 13. They'll go for it. It's Rodgers. Escaping the pressure right. On the run, he'll let it go deep. Right sideline. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And, boy, possession here turns over with the football already being in the red zone. So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. Straight ahead, Shipley. And he is into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Will Shipley on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Bills are able to extend their lead. So his big first half continues. His 3rd touchdown already. We'll have to keep watch as this game goes along, how much they want to continue to ride him, because he could be on his way to a record-setting performance. Extra point by Ryland, up and good. And that pushes the lead up to an even 20. Back out is the kicker, Ryland, and he'll send this one away. And he won't quite make it to the 25. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. They have the game here followed by the open date on their calendar next weekend. And Charles, this is a crew that you have to think really is relishing the opportunity to be on the couch for a few days.
Yeah, they certainly are, but let's face it, partner. They can't get caught looking ahead to that couch time while they're playing this one. They've got to take care of business first.
So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. Here's Rodgers. He's going to launch this deep for Watson. Oh, wide open, complete. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Christian Watson, 60 yards. And the Colts are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky Country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
The Colts kicking team is out there now, and they will send this one away. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
That's going to be taken in by Downs. He's to the 15 and finally wrestled down at the 8-yard line. A big play there on the catch and run. 64 yards.
And the offense is saying to itself right now, if only they were all this easy because he was wide open. And once he made the catch, plenty of room to work his way downfield. That was a breakdown on the defensive side of the ball, one that they want to fix immediately.
Oh, how about this on 1st and goal? And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts. So as they talk it over, we step aside.
You got to be ready for anything when you play defense against this head coach. That is not something you'd expect to see here in the red zone, but it winds up getting him a few yards.
Point it right, point it right, point it right.
Here's Mayfield. That is caught at the 7-yard line. Now the Colts going to burn the second of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
Completion was given up, and that's why you play zone defense, so that you can have people around the ball when it's caught, and you don't give up much run after the catch.
Now Mayfield on 3rd and goal. He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
So many times when we talk about coverage, we're just about a defender running with a receiver, but a big part of it is understanding where the football is, finding it. In this case, when it arrived, it wasn't a surprise, and he was able to bat it away.
So a long drive gets him down inside the 5, but ultimately they settle for just the field goal.
And I have to think that if maybe they were a yard closer, that would have made their decision tougher, and I think they likely would have gone for it. But in this situation, they just decided to take the 3, and I think it was a smart move.
And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And he returns this to the 22. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. A strong showing their last time out. They scored the touchdown, but Charles, they look up and they're still down double digits, so you feel like just to keep pace, this drive probably needs to end in the end zone as well.
Yeah, and I think the best move for them is to not worry about how far they are down on the scoreboard, but to just remember the last drive and how it ended. Go ahead and try and repeat that. Then you can look at the scoreboard and see where this game is.
The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already.
Teammate, 630. Get 300. Get 300.
Rodgers going to throw. And they take him down. The Bills get to him. They come up on 2nd and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon.
Brings up 2nd and 16 at the 39.
26.
Rodgers now to throw. And that is incomplete.
I know conventional wisdom says, hey, don't get it all back in one play. But sometimes you go ahead and try to. They tried to get it all back on that one. Weren't able to do so.
Now Rodgers. He's going to launch this deep for Watson. Oh, everything falling apart now. Another one intercepted. And the Bills are going to take over at their own 30-yard line. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. Already enjoying a 2-score lead here late in the second quarter. Not a ton of time left. We'll see if they can work this at least into field goal range and try to get 3 to add on even more to their lead. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So they take the flag and the yardage that comes with it. So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. Now the Colts will use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Pistol. Real.
Following the interception, Mayfield. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. It's a pickup of 17 on that one and a Bills first down.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1.
Regular. Hey, alert. Watch out.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. This pass left side to Downs. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. Now the Bills will use the second of their timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. They're going to look to throw. And that'll be incomplete with 11 seconds remaining now.
I know tight ends love this route because a lot of times they'll fake a block first and get a little bit of space and then come across the middle because in their mind, they're thinking catch the ball and then drop the hammer on the little guys in the secondary.
Unable to drop the hammer, he just dropped the pass. To throw again on second down. Mayfield. And this is caught for a Bills touchdown. A great play there in the final seconds of the first half. And the Bills continue to pull away here in this first half. Extra point by Ryland, up and good. And that pushes the lead up to 23.
Chad Ryland to kick off.
Maybe time for one play on offense. 7 seconds to go in the half as the kick is away.
The Colts take over first and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
Inside. Run it. Yeah, Liz. Zoom. Jumbo! We didn't get that?
A final shot before half for Rodgers. And his throw's going to be incomplete. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
14.
Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. Bills with the lead, and they'll get the football first as the second half is underway. Oh, a good-looking return set up here. And he's all the way up across the 40 and down at the 42. Great return.
That's a tremendous start to the third quarter. These guys had their foot on the gas the entire first half. They continue to keep the accelerator down.
Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive.
Hurry! Attack!
They'll start on the ground here on first down. And not much there at all. Maybe a yard up to the 43.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
From the 43, here's a second down and 9. Looking to throw. Has his man. It's Shakir. Calling a gain of 3 on the play. And now third down and 6 to go.
Simple drag route here. Lined up out left and tried to work his way back across the field. You probably saw me twitch there, partner, because I think he wanted the ball a little bit sooner. By the time he looked it in, defender was right on him.
Mayfield from the gun on third down. The Colts are going to get him. Down he goes. And the defense coming through on third down. A loss of 7 to bring up fourth. The Bills send the punter out. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the third. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. Yeah, he was looking for the checkup bounce, didn't get it. That scoots all the way into the end zone now for a touchback. The Indy offense at the line and set to go.
Back north. No. Hey, 88. Flip it.
Now it's Rodgers. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
Flushed out right. And he'll be out of bounds at the 25-yard line. He'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at 3rd down. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. From the gun on 3rd down, Rodgers. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have a Colts 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
630. Get 300. Get 300.
To throw is Rodgers. Eluding the pressure right. And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete.
I'm sure it was a tough halftime trying to figure out some strategy to get things going. Trailing by a lot when they went into the locker room. He's just trying every avenue to spark his team here to begin the 3rd quarter. Not a lot going on that play, though.
Shotgun now for Rodgers. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a 1st down. Well done.
Hey, take 26. Go to 50. Hey, you, 26. Jim, Jim.
1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
And again, it's Rodgers. Throwing left side, it's complete. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. Now Rodgers. Over the middle, it's complete. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Christian Watson with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Colts are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. Shane Steichen, aggressive as a play caller. He's going to go for 2 here.
Will line up for the 2-point conversion.
Yeah, this. Box it, box it, box it, box it.
Rodgers will throw for it. And unable to connect. They don't get the 2-point conversion here. So unable to throw it in for 2 from the 2. Let me ask you, as a former DB, what changes there around the goal line on a 2-point conversion as far as how you're defending it?
You just make sure you never back up and you never retreat. You establish yourself really on the line of scrimmage, put your heels on the goal line at worst, and if they're going to throw the ball, make them throw it over your head because they're going to run out of space because of the back of the end zone. Never let a guy catch one in front of you.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there was a quick 3-and-out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple.
I do think it's fair to say that they were caught off guard a little bit when we decided not to throw it on 1st down. But give them credit. They recovered in time to deny him the 1st down yardage. But it's only 2nd and short. So that run is still likely to lead to a new set of downs.
And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. A 1st down there on a pickup of 25.
It's a gain of 25 yards. 1st down, Buffalo.
Throwing, Mayfield. Holmes has got it complete. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. 12 more yards there and another 1st down.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the 3rd quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown.
Now a diving effort right sideline. He's got it. And he's going to be touched down, but he's got the 1st down.
Oh, nice job there putting the ball right in the doorstep of the goal line. Couldn't quite get in to pay dirt, but he got awfully close. Let's see if they can cash it in over the next couple of plays.
Shipley. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
Here's Shipley, and he'll get in. Touchdown, Buffalo. Will Shipley taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Bills are able to extend their lead in the final seconds of this third quarter. What a game it's been for him in the backfield, Charles, as he pounds it into the end zone yet again.
Yeah, and he hits the end zone one more time, and his blockers cleared all those lanes. Before the snap, they called for the heavy unit, right? 3 tight ends coming on the field, and they got the job done clearing the way.
So after the field goal, Ryland back out as he'll send this one away. And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack.
Hey, 88.
To throw, it's Rodgers. It finds his receiver, Watson. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down. You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
50. Got it. Stay right.
Here's Rodgers to throw. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he takes it all the way down to the 32. A big play there for Indy. And even 40 yards. So 1st and 10 now in Buffalo territory at the 32-yard line.
Get 300. Get 300. Hey, take 26.
Throwing now is Rodgers. Throw right side, taken in by Adunze. A beautiful fake. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. That one good for 20 on the catch and run. A 3-score game here late. You can probably rule out the comeback, but certainly some kind of a moral victory to be had if they can get a few more points to close things out. And to that end, a nice pass play there to push things downfield.
Yeah, and we know in this league, a loss is a loss, and no one wants anything to count as a moral victory or, boy, something that feels a little bit cheap. But if they trim that lead down to just 2 scores, that's still a benefit to this squad.
They're looking at a 2nd and 8 now from the 10. Rodgers to throw once more. And that is caught. Touchdown, Indianapolis. A great effort there. His first touchdown on the year. And the Colts get a bit closer. He's got them out now to a 3-score lead here in the 4th quarter after that one, CD. And, well, he looked right off the line like he knew that that ball was coming his way, and he secured it for 6 points.
Yeah, and I think when you're leading by a healthy margin already, it actually loosens you up and allows you to take maybe a few more chances and definitely play with more confidence because
he's got it. So they convert the 2. That keeps their slim hopes alive as we're back to a 2-score game. But still an uphill battle from here, that's for sure, but that makes it a 2-score game.
And now we see why teams practice so much on the 2-point conversion, why you have more than one play ready, because you may need multiples to throw out a ball game. There's a great example right there.
And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this fourth quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation.
And the defense loses him. It's complete. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. Josh Downs, 78 yards. And the Bills look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this fourth quarter. That's a prime example of the danger that Baker Mayfield presents when he's able to get outside of the pocket.
And we see many quarterbacks do this in the league. A lot of them have that good mobility, but we see them, they're more like striders, right? There's a smoothness to them. When I watch Baker Mayfield, everything is sharp, hard, aggressive, and he turns it into a big-time shot downfield in a monster play.
Ryland now following the touchdown, back out to kick it away. And we will not have a return. They'll bring this to the 30. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And you see a lot of frustrated faces as they are inching closer to a 4th straight loss. Throw out wide is incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
Second and 10. Here's Rodgers. And he comes back with one complete. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. That one for Indianapolis, resulting in 15 yards and a fresh set of downs. On play action, Rodgers. Flush to his right. Oh, he stays up, and he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense, they're just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
And he fires one incomplete.
I'm not even sure I know who this guy is out there playing right now. This is very unlike him, one of the most accurate guys in the league, totally off his game right now.
I don't know. I was going to ask you what you pin it on, but defensively, they've been pretty solid.
Well, sometimes, you know, those defenders, they get into the receivers pretty well, and if they chip away at their timing, it's going to affect what you're doing throwing the ball as well.
Now a throw here out wide. He might be looking to throw this again. His throw, a good one, and it's caught. And this works to perfection. The double pass leads to a touchdown. And now the Colts are going to keep the offense on the field as they'll go for 2 here. They'll look to throw. And he's going to get into the end zone for 2. And they're back within 2 scores. Down 15 now. And around the goal line, especially on 2-point tries, sometimes the QB's best friend is that big target, the tight end.
I love how you described it because you know he's going to have some length and some catch radius as well as a big body to keep people away from the football.
The Colts kicking team is out there now, and they will send this one away. And not willing to risk a return. This ball is going to come out to the 30-yard line. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. If they can score here, they have a chance to make this a 3-possession game and all but put things to bed. Oh, some strong running. And he's going to have a Bills first down as he's got this up to the 40-yard line.
And what a tough spot for this defense because they know it's coming, but they're just powerless to stop it. What a great run there to start the drive. And you can bet there'll be more where that came from as they try to ice this game away.
And some good acceleration there as he's across midfield to the 48-yard line. 80 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Once again, it's Shipley. And they'll get this just to the 47. 1-yard gain.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Two minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Bills football here as we get you reset. And the scoreboard on their side, they're just looking to melt away these final couple of minutes and put this one in the left-hand column. So 2nd and 9, and you'd have to figure just about all 11 probably crashing the line here. They'll give it to Shipley. Stays on his feet, and he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds.
I like it. I like the call. Still an opportunity to run the football and chew up a little more time off the clock.
Now this is a big 3rd down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. Mayfield looks to throw. That's complete to Shipley. And brought down, but the juke, the very nice juke, gives him the first down yardage there. It's a 7-yard gain and good enough to move the chains. Quite the turnaround from a week ago where he threw 4 interceptions. He hasn't had an interception this game, and he told us during the week, my goal, goose egg. He's achieving that so far.
And what we're seeing is a guy that you can win with, all right? Because anyone who can make that type of an adjustment and shake off a really horrendous week the week before and come back and play mistake-free football to this point, yeah, that's a guy I want to play with, that's for sure.
And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28.
I like the call there because that was one to take time off the clock and get them closer to getting out of here with a W. In the mind of the play caller, all you want to hear is tick, tick, tick.
Hey, we're 33.